Ooh wee, ladies and gentlemen, football season is here. See you in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the scoreboard keepers. You know, around here, we don't keep receipts. We keep the score. So if you want to get on the board, make your point. If it makes sense, we'll add it to the board. If it don't, we won't. Scoreboard keepers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. My name is Zaref. I am your host. I will urge you to like, share, and subscribe and share your comments down below. And if you're feeling froggy, join the show live sometimes. Let us know how you feel about your team. If we're talking about your team or if we're talking about an athlete you like, come in and join us. Tonight on the board, we have Mr. Malik Nabers. Let's get this clock rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Giants been having a rough go over the last few years. I mean, they just can't seem to get it right up there. I don't know what they got going on. I personally am not a fan of Daniel Jones. I thought that they should have been replaced him or at least been seeking his replacement. And I don't think they've been doing that. Now, you can only go as far as your quarterback allows you to go. You can only go as far as your quarterback allows you to go. You're talking about one of the most important positions on the field, most definitely the highest paid. And you're going to go as far as that quarterback allows you to go. Even though stats sometimes beg to differ. And the reason I'm saying that is because the top 8 quarterbacks in the league right now have a combined 0 Super Bowls between them, but they're making a lot of money. Starting with Mr. Jalen Hurts at number 8. Jalen Hurts is at number 8 on that list, making $51 million. And of course, you have Lamar in there from Baltimore. He's in that pack. You have Jordan Love. He's in that pack, but he's young. He's fighting for a Super Bowl. But, you have a couple quarterbacks in there. Jared Goff. Jared Goff's on that list also. So so sometimes the money you make does not mean that that quarterback is good enough to get you to where you need to be. And that's for sure. That's for sure. They say, good offenses win games, but, defenses win championships. And I tend to believe that, watching the history of the game and, and every time you turn around, you look in the Super Bowl, there's always some great defenses there. But New York Giants, I mean, you got Daniel Jones, and I mean, you guys got to ride it out with him now. You got Drew Lock sitting behind him. But I mean, man, where do you really expect to go in that division in the NFC East right now with Daniel Jones? Let's be serious. Where are you going to go right now in that division right now with Daniel Jones? I mean, come on. If you want to be in all honesty right now, I would say that the Washington Commanders have surpassed the New York Giants right now. So I got them finishing last in that division right now. You're certainly not finishing above the Dallas Cowboys, and you're certainly not finishing above the Philadelphia Eagles, who now have your running back Saquon Barkley. I don't even know where you go from there. I mean, really. I mean, you give up your rushing attack. You have a suspect quarterback. You have a suspect line, and you're really going to try to um compete in that division without a running game. You know, when it gets cold in the wintertime in the NFC East, you got to be able to pound the rock, man. Man, you got to be able to pound the rock. You got Devin Singletary. But what I'm saying here, and the reason that we're talking about Malik Nabers is because this is one of the most talented wide receivers, the most talented wide receiver in the draft this year. And he's going to have so much pressure on his shoulders to produce in his first season than any other rookie that I can remember in recent time. I mean, they actually need his production right away. Every Sunday they're going to need his production. Teaming up with Darius Slayton. Because after that, it all goes downhill. Allen Robinson, Gunnar Olszewski. I mean, come on. That receiving crew is pretty weak. Pretty weak. I mean, really. You need some gunners. You need somebody. I'm a big proponent of having a veteran receiving core. When you bring in somebody like Malik Nabers, you want to put him under the wing of a veteran so he can learn everything. You don't want him coming in right away and doing veteran things, man. You don't want him having to have a veteran responsibility on his shoulders when he's never seen it before. I mean, I think that is so unfair to bring a player in like that of his caliber. Now, I know his machismo will tell him that, hey, listen, I'm the best thing smoking. I'm the best thing since sliced bread. That's what all athletes tell themselves. And rightfully so, because nobody else is going to tell them. But in order for him to come in and become the ultimate and the consummate professional, you want to have somebody in there that can show him and tell him and be an example for him. Watching him in camp, he looks like he's the number one receiver and he's teaching them how to be a wide receiver. And this is coming fresh out of college. Now, mind you, he's going against the New York Giants defense every day, which is not like the defenses he's going to be facing within that NFC East. So once he finds himself in front of one of those type defense in the cold, snow, and he starts facing a little adversity, he may realize at that point in time that, hey, there's more things that I need to learn. But I don't understand what the New York Giants are doing. I don't understand what they're doing. You know, you let Saquon Barkley go right in the same division, which is insane. I mean, man, for nothing. You let him go right down the highway in order to do damage to you. So my question is to the New York Giants fans, what type of impact and what type of production do you expect from Malik Nabers this year, in all honesty? I would like for you to like, share, and subscribe and leave your comments down below, because I want to know, in all honesty, what do you expect out of this young man in his first season? And is it realistic? Is it realistic that he can come in there and carry this team on his back? We saw what that has done to somebody like Saquon Barkley. You know, Saquon was wearing down. He was wearing down trying to carry that team by himself. Now he was there and never had the receivers. Now the receiver is there and he don't have the running backs. It's like, you know, they can't put it all together on one page. I don't know what's going on up there. When I see things like that, I look at rated directly at the front office. And I wonder if there's football people there or if it's just people there with egos. You got to absolutely make sure. That would have been one of my biggest concerns, bringing in somebody like Malik Nabers, to know that, hey, listen, we need to go out here and find ourselves a veteran receiver to put next to this young man to get the best out of him, to make sure he's comfortable in that situation, and to make sure he knows all things before he steps on that field on what he possibly could be facing. Malik Nabers is a hell of a talent, man. He's a hell of a talent. It's just a shame that he's going to be leaned upon so heavily in an offense that really has nothing to be desired. Nothing to be desired. And the only reason we're discussing that right now is because you have a young receiver. He's just not playing in any division. He's playing in a very tough division where he's going to see a tough defense every week. Not unless he's playing outside of his conference. Because he's going to face Dallas 2 times a year, and he's going to face the Eagles 2 times a year, and he's going to face the Commanders 2 times a year. All of those teams that I just mentioned, are on the up and up. They're coming up right now, and they have hefty goals. They're trying to accomplish things. Ladies and gentlemen, that was my 10 minutes. I only wanted to spend 10 minutes on this topic. But Malik Nabers, I want to wish you well, man. I've been watching and been wondering what the New York Giants are doing. I can't explain it. I just hope that you succeed up there. I wish you well. New York Giants, get it together. Surround that young man with some talent and make sure he's going to be healthy and be able to make it through this season in a tough NFC East division. New York Giants fans, I would love to hear from you. I would love for you to comment down below and answer my question. What do you expect from this man in his first season? And are the expectations realistic? Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace.